Hey, In2Pickle, Tony coming to you today from Tampa. What I want to go over with you today is I want to talk about the throw. Some of you have expressed some interest in the concept and maybe a little bit of confusion in terms of how you throw the ball into the kitchen instead of hit it into the kitchen. What I want to do is show you a quick drill that'll help, I hope, explain or help illustrate for you the difference between throwing and hitting. Let's get into it. The easiest way to see the difference between throwing and hitting the ball is not to use your paddle at all and literally throw the ball into the kitchen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up here, I have a couple balls in my pocket, and Jill's over here, she can help me out. What I'm gonna do is all I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna throw it into the kitchen. So you see the arc of that ball, how it's nice and high and goes over the kitchen. It's a nice little toss into the kitchen. That's all I'm trying to do is toss it into the kitchen. So right there, I'm throwing it, and that's the arc that I want the ball to have as I execute a dink. What I don't want to do is hit it. Like if I was hitting the ball, it would look like this, right? That's the way a hit ball looks. So a hit ball looks like that. And that's not what I want. Now, most people, if you tell somebody, toss the ball into the kitchen, they're not gonna go up there and go like that and try and throw it into the kitchen. It doesn't make sense. What they're gonna do if you say just, drop it in or toss it in the kitchen, they're gonna do exactly that. And that's what you wanna do when you're dinking the ball, is you wanna think of the ball going like that. What you can do is you can come out here, with your partner here. Jill's helping me today, and what you're going to do is just basically you want to get the rhythm of how that works. Just come up here, toss, and then she's going to toss it back to me. Now you can still get ready, you can still be in a ready position, and then like if she tosses it over here a little bit, right, then I come over, I get it and I toss it. But see the way that ball is traveling every time, that's what I want to have happen. I want that ball to basically travel up and over the net as a nice toss. Once I toss a few up there and I get the rhythm, I can move back. So now I'm about a third of the way back, and then I can toss it from here, and then Jill give it back to me, great. And then I just toss it from here. And all I'm doing is I'm getting the feel for this nice little toss of the ball. Then I can slide back a little more and just toss it from there. These shots that I'm hitting, guys, are basically just very consistent long dinks. Third shots is what we call them, but they're also called the long dink now. So I do the same thing from back here. So I'm gonna just toss it. It's gonna go over, good. And then I'm gonna toss it one more time like that. All right, that's super high, perfectly fine. And then one more time. So all I'm doing is I'm just tossing them into the kitchen. And then once I've learned that technique of tossing into the kitchen, I can grab my paddle and do the same thing. Once you've done a few with your hand, you can actually do it with your paddle too. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my paddle, or my ball, I'm gonna put it on the paddle like this, and then I'm just gonna throw it up like that. All I wanna do is I'm just trying to get the feel right now. They're gonna go a little high because I'm slinging them off the paddle basically. But what I wanna do is I wanna basically go like this, and then I wanna feel that. I wanna feel a little bit short, that's perfectly fine. I wanna feel what it feels like. Then what I'm gonna do is once I do a few of those, I'm gonna self-feed. All I'm trying to do is throw it. So I'm gonna bounce it, and I'm gonna throw it up into the kitchen. That's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take it here. I'm not gonna hit this one because I'm not trying to rush here. I'm trying to get the feel of the shot. So I'm gonna drop it nice and calm, throw it up, right? That one cleared the net nice. So let's do one more, show you. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop it in front of me and throw it up. That's the feel that I wanna have when I'm throwing my dinks and my third shots. All I wanna do is I want my shots to go, I want them to be high, I want them to arc high on my side of the court. I want them to drop down, hopefully in the first half or the closest half to the net inside the no volley zone line, so that I can then create an unattackable situation for my opponents that I can then move in and take the no volley zone. If you're having trouble with your dinks and your transition game and also your third shots, try this technique. Get out there on the court with some balls, just throw them into the kitchen, throw them into the no volley zone over and over again. Start up at the no volley zone, move your way back, get all the way back to the baseline, throw it. Get the technique down, which is basically just an underhand throw. Just like you would toss it if I just threw you a ball, you didn't know anything about pickleball, and I said, get this into the kitchen, you would toss it up. Practice that. And then little by little, start introducing your paddle, bouncing it to yourself. If you hit it and it doesn't feel right, you're not getting a good arc, paddle aside, do it with the hand again. Then put the paddle back in and so on. It'll definitely improve your dinking, your transition game, and your third shots. Good luck out there.